All of the transfer business this season is done. We need to pull ourselves together and get a great run of form in this second half of the season to finish in 5th and get that Europa League spot. If you're enjoying the series and you go on to enjoy this video, please hit the thumbs up button. All of the constant likes on the videos. We've hit 3K on every video so far. We've come close to not doing it on a couple of occasions, but it's really helping the channel grow, guys. So please do continue to show your support by dropping your comments and your feedback in the comment section, by leaving a like on the video, and still over 40% of you that are watching every single day aren't subscribed. Hit that sub button, hit the notification bell, and set it to all notifications, and you'll never miss a video. You won't have to keep searching for the channel. It'll pop up in your sub box, and you'll never miss it. Let me know in the comment section, though, where do you think the title is going to be heading this year? Liverpool have moved top of the table, but they've played an extra game now. If everybody else in the top 4 wins their match day 26, it'll be City from Liverpool, from United, from Spurs. It's a 4-way fight for the title. I personally see it probably going Liverpool's way. I envisage them scoring more goals than anybody else, and their defensive record is the second best in the league as well. So, I mean, you probably lean in their favour. I'm still confident of being able to finish 5th and get that Europa League spot through the league. And a big win against Leicester today in game number 2 would go a long way. They are crucially, of course, without Jamie Vardy, who's at Chelsea. Vardy scored twice for Leicester in the game against them at the beginning of the season against us. So I'm really hoping that we can get a good victory. And we drew 2-2 against Crystal Palace as well at the beginning of the season. Their form has fallen off, and actually they've fallen out of the top 10. They were challenging in the top 4 at the beginning of the season, and their form has just absolutely plummeted. They're in 12th currently, and then we Fulham in the 3rd and final game today, which is another game we absolutely should be winning. So I would like 9 points today. If we get 9 points today, we could find ourselves up in 5th. I really hope we can. There's still the faintest outside chance of a top 4 threat, a top 4 push, but if we push as hard as we need to finish 5th, we might sneak into the top 4. I doubt it, but I'm going to give it my absolute all. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on 16 goals is still leading the way in the scoring charts as well. Let's jump into the gameplay today with just the 3 games to play. No transfer news, of course, as we're out of the transfer window now. Just straight up 3 games today, 4 games tomorrow. We've Millwall in the next round of the FA Cup. That should be a straightforward victory. Then it's 4 games in April, 3 games in May, 3 huge games in May. What an awful run-in. So we are going to need to make the most of the points that are on offer between now and the end of April, because, well, I don't envisage just getting much against Liverpool, City and Arsenal, do you? Got to make the most of this early run-in before the actual run-in kills me off. Palace at home first. 9 points the aim today. Let's go and do it. Right, Palace bringing the heat. Well, we got Waita in goal, Joel Ward, Sacco, Zuma and Van Aanholt at the back. Townsend, Eze, Kuyate and Saka, with Michy Batshuayi and Lauren up top. It was a 2-2 draw, as we mentioned last time we played them, so we know they can cause damage. Although, on that day, a certain Wilfred Zaha scored against us, and he plays for me now, and has done for quite a while. So, hopefully, having taken away one of their main threats, we should be able to get the win here. Batshuayi through the gap there to Lauren. He's got the runner outside of him. He's elected not to use him yet. As he does, Townsend was in a great position there to be played in, and they chose not to play it to him, and it's cost them, really. James can get this to Allen, and Calvert-Lewin could be played in. Oh, they've tucked really narrow. We've got to look for Richarlison there. Calvert-Lewin is the obvious recipient here, although it hasn't really opened up. It has for Richarlison, though. Oh, come on. Bury that, Richarlison. That should be 1-0. That should be 1-0. Can we still make it 1-0? Joel Ward clears that. Last time the ball came back to Luca Digne, and we crossed it back in again. Oh, Doucouré scored a banging header against West Brom. Putting his head where it could have got thumped there, Richarlison. Nearly sneaking in. Can we get... Oh, someone on the end of that. Gabaman is right underneath it, and it's looped all the way up and all the way down onto the roof of the net. Still 0-0. Kuyate. Oh, it's a nice ball through the gap to Michy Batshuayi. And some good footwork from him too, and a little dummy to try and work some space. Kuyate can't get it past Allen though. Solid as ever. Allen in the middle. James, I'll lift this. Come on, Dominic. You got the legs. Oh, but so does Patrick Van Aanholt. Tucking in from wide at left back. Doing the defence a real favour there because Calvert-Lewin was in. That was 1-0 Everton, wasn't it? We've seen that plenty of times so far this season. He's not going to keep that in. Saka on the left-hand side. I turned down the option to potentially sign Saka in January, thinking that he'd probably be played first team for Arsenal. He certainly is quite regularly in the starting lineup for Arsenal in real life these days. But he's obviously out on loan here at Crystal Palace. Unless they've bought him. I'd be very surprised if they have, but maybe. And Doucouré can get it out to Wilfried Zaha. I'll try and smack this across the goal. Didn't quite get the angle I was hoping for. And I think Zaha was offside there if he wins that header. Play continues. No, he wasn't offside. We'll have the opportunity. Allen. Oh, hold the man off. No, Kiarte's too strong for him. 34th minute here. Still, we look the more likely to score. Still, we haven't. Crosshead to Zaha. Look quickly for James. Turn the defender. Oh, it wouldn't quite work for me. Trying my hardest here against Crystal Palace. I haven't yet had that little stroke of luck in front of goal. Richarlison hitting the bar. And I can't quite get another clear-cut opportunity. Working hard, though, to try and keep them out at the other end. Because they do keep coming forward on counter-attacks. And they are quite difficult to deal with. Oh, flew into that challenge. Nowhere near the ball either. Lauren could play Meetsy through. He's got Eze in support. And here's Andros Townsend. Pickford makes the save. It's a good save. And Digne keeps that out. Oh, well, we've tried hard to score one of our own, but we very nearly let one in at the other end. They're right, the death of the first half. 0-0 at half-time. Lauren, into Michy Batshuayi. Can I have this back, please? No, apparently not yet. Kouyaté forward to Saka. Here's Michy. Eze. Oh, nice through ball. Worried about this. Oh, Jonjo Kenny, how is that for an interception? Toe pokes it away from the defender with absolute precision, risking the penalty by going for the ball in that manner. And now Wilfried Zaha's in behind on the counter-attack against his former team. Drop the shoulder on the defender and get yourself a 1-0 lead. Oh, we've waited a long time for that. No extravagant celebration from Zaha other than running straight through the goalkeeper, weirdly. So I was going to do the apology celebration anyway, but just needed to get it on his right and get a better angle. And he's done really well to bury that. And it took Crystal Palace actually coming out of their shell and very nearly scoring at the other end to actually give us the space in behind them to create the counter-attack opportunity for ourselves. He's pleased with the goal, Wilf, but not going to over-celebrate it. Well, I mean, all right, maybe he's going to over-celebrate it a little bit. 9th goal of the Premier League season for Wilfried Zaha as they bring James MacArthur off the bench. They are going to need... sorry, James McCarthy off the bench. They are going to need a little bit more than that, though. If they're to get themselves back in this, I might make some changes on my own, actually, just to firm up and hold on to this lead. I'm going to take James off for Andre Gomez, and I'm actually going to drop him into midfield, and we're going to go with a straight 3 at the back. 3 in defence, sorry, and I'm actually going to make Doucouré a CDM there and just completely change the formation entirely. I'm going to take Richarlison off. I'm also going to bring Ismaila Sarr on as we look to go a little bit more defensive. The pace of Zaha and the extra pace of Sarr should hopefully give us options on the counter, just like we just scored as well. Because you can see, Palace had a lot of the ball, 57% there on the match stats. But they haven't done enough with it so far, and they keep giving the ball away like that. And they're not going to help themselves get back in this now if they keep doing that. Our goal difference is decent. We could do with it being slightly better, but it is better than those sides around us at present. Oh, Richarlison's in here. This has to be 2. I know he's got the 5-star weak foot, but I was confident enough to try and do something on his right, even with the tight angle. James off and Andre Gomez on. Richarlison off, Ismaila Sarr on. And can this be a second? Oh, you bet it can. Can this be a second Everton goal? Dominic Calvert-Lewin with his 17th goal of the Premier League season. Good header. That is a wonderful header, Lee Dixon. Nowhere near it, the keeper. Didn't stand a chance. Everton 2. Crystal Palace 0. 3 points in the bag. Be slower and more measured in my defensive approach. And look at the run that Ismaila Sarr's making. Now, can he get to that? I know he's fast. Is he fast enough? Yeah, he is. Oh, and how's that for a turn? And just knock that in front. And, oh, lovely touch by Allen. And as I'm pulling the trigger, Zuma steps in. But it's too little too late for Palace now. Even if they score on this counter-attack, they won't be getting anything from this game. We're going to take all 3 points. I said I wanted 9 at the beginning of the episode. And I'm still absolutely certain, though I won't accept anything less. The most important game to win. If we are to drop points, I don't want to drop points against Leicester. Absolutely have to beat Leicester City if we're to be genuine contenders for that 5th spot. And they nearly did work the opportunity to get themselves a goal back there, Crystal Palace. We're in the 96th minute now of supposedly 3 added on. Sarr wins that header, and if it goes out for a throw, hopefully the ref will blow his whistle. Townsend's still closing the gap. Michi, come on ref, do me a favour. Blow your whistle. Yeah, that's it. Game over. Win number 1. On to hopefully win number 2. Leicester's 11 then here at the King Power. Schmeichel in goal as expected. Ben Mee at the back alongside Ben Kovic and Benjamin Mendy at left back. Naby Keita in their midfield with Ndidi and Dennis Praet. And Marega, their new January signing, leading the way through the middle. Troy Deeney on the bench. Demarai Gray will be dangerous too. Got defensive options on there as well. Timothy Castaños had a good start to the season in real life as far as I'm aware. But Leicester start off with kickoff here. We're in the snow, so the orange lines are back as we play in our orange shirts. I guess the lines are more peach coloured, aren't they? More so than anything else. That's going to bounce out of play, I think, away from Iosi Perez. They've moved themselves up to 5th, Leicester. They've gone above Wolves. We still sit behind both of them in 7th. But a win here would see us go above Leicester and hopefully above Wolves too, if results go our way elsewhere. But this could be a crucial episode in not only our European qualification in general, but which European competition we're actually looking to qualify for. But with the creativity and Naby Keita in midfield and the just sheer power of Marega up top, it's not going to be easy to get 3 points here. But this is the one that I want to win more so than the other 2 today. Got to take points. Got to take points off our European rivals. No excuses for not getting this done. Good. God, Naby Keita's going to destroy me, isn't he? You can already tell. That's a lovely ball out to Iosi Perez. Back to Marega. Pickford with a big save. Big save indeed. Brendan Rodgers almost praying there that was going to go in. Oh, Marega's going to get to that. And that's what I'm worried about with him. He is a threat aerially. And Leicester utilising what Crystal Palace couldn't with the set pieces. And what we did against Palace, actually, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin's header. And they go 1-0 up early doors. This is not going to be easy. There's Marega to Naby Keita. Movement on the wing again. And they'll find Iosi Perez again. Getting dragged everywhere. Right, now, go away, Gabama. You don't need to come all the way over here, mate. I'm trying to deal with it. I have dealt with it. Oof, that was nervy for a moment. I thought he's just needlessly pulled himself right out of position. Zaha forward to Calvert-Lewin. Allen is there. Interestingly, actually, Allen has dropped to 82 rated from 83. Something to keep an eye on as we progress further through this save. And Zaha's in behind, and Zaha levels for us. Wilfred making the difference today. You can celebrate this one. Everton 1, Leicester 1. We're level after 22 minutes, exactly as it read on the clock there. This could be one hell of a game with 2 sides with a lot on the line. But we are going to have to keep an eye on Allen's declining rating. He might be amazing for us this year, but we might need to look to replace him in the starting lineup if he's going to continue to drop. Although, hopefully, dynamic potential will take over next season, and after a successful year this year, we could hopefully re-trigger some growth from him, or at least stagger his decline and ensure that he doesn't decline quite so quickly, because older players are supposed to keep their stats slightly longer this year. But I think dynamic potential has to be in effect for that, and obviously in Season 1, dynamic potential isn't in effect, because, or I presume not, because it has to take into account the previous season's form. Oh, we nearly set Hammers through there for a second. This is going to be a hell of a game. Oh, nicely done by Doucouré. Oh, nicely done by Naby Keita. Here's Doucouré. Naby Keita could be a player we could contemplate signing. Obviously, I wouldn't have signed him straight from Liverpool, but being at Leicester now and having left Liverpool, I presume permanently and not on loan, he's a player we could consider signing. I tried to play it to his feet and it's gone for a through ball. Frustratingly. Oh, Doucouré's done brilliantly. Right, I need the support. Calvert-Lewin trying to work it solo. The run of Richarlison works well. Doucouré's open here. Abdoulaye Doucouré! Oh, skies it on his left foot. Really hard to get through this Leicester side. Real problem trying to break past their defensive line. Get that to James, and then I think he's just offside there, Calvert-Lewin. He is. He hasn't buried it anyway, even though the ball was about to cross the line. It's been a really competitive but frustrating first half. Doucouré, desperate for him to be able to tuck that away on his left foot a moment ago. And indeed, he's just too strong for me in the middle. He's definitely a player I'd be interested in when it comes to having a CDM, someone to sit and hold and win the ball back. Alan is our box-to-box centre mid. Although, to be fair, Alan and Doucouré are both our box-to-box centre mids. They both like to get forward and get involved in the attack. Wolves are currently 1-0 up against Arsenal, so winning this game against Leicester could be pretty crucial, or more crucial than we thought it was going to be if Wolves are going to pick up 3 points as well. I want to close the gap on at least one of them today, and we can guarantee doing that if we beat Leicester, because we're bloody playing them. I can't close the gap on Wolves if they match all of my results, but one down with one to go is certainly better than still being 3 points behind both of them. Calvert-Lewin to James, get there first. He's done well, trying to squeeze it out wide. Somehow he's still got possession here, James, and he's turned well. Where's Zaha? Not really offering himself yet. Alan is there quickly to Calvert-Lewin. It's a nice turn. And I'll try and turn the defender again. Running out of space. So many Leicester people back here. Look at all those blue shirts. James, quickly. Calvert-Lewin. It's just too many defenders. Too many men back there, and I can't get through. Nice lofted pass to Jose Perez. Brought down brilliantly by the Spaniard. Here's Naby Keita. Ricardo Pereira getting forward from right back. Naby Keita back to Ndidi. Oh no, finds Marega and he's buried it. He's deadly today, Musa Marega. Leicester take a 2-1 lead. I have a couple of changes waiting to be made at the minute, with Andre Gomes coming on for Abdoulaye Doucouré and Ismaila Sarr coming on for Richarlison. It's a good finish. It's a really good finish. It's only his second goal. Well, he scored both of his opening goals of the season against us here. It was Jamie Vardy that scored a brace against us last time we played Leicester. And it's his ultimate replacement that has scored 2 goals against us for Leicester against us here. That's really bloody annoying. I thought, they've not got Jamie Vardy anymore. We might be able to beat him today. No. Doesn't appear so. 2-1 down. We need to make sure we don't lose this at the very least. Castagna, that's loose. Digne will get to that. Andre Gomes, slightly better in possession than Abdoulaye Doucouré. Not as bad, not as good at winning it back, but slightly better in possession. And out here to Ismaila Sarr, looking to get perhaps a goal or an assist for the very first time in a Everton shirt. But I'm just trying to find the goal-scoring chance. And again, just too many bodies back here. Find a bit of space, Dominic. He did. He's got the shot away well, but Kasper Schmeichel with a relatively comfortable save. We're running out of time here. Just 15 minutes to go to find an equaliser. Marega. Pratt making the run forward. Yes, Alan. Right, Ismaila Sarr on the counter. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is through, and the defender on the far side is actually playing Dominic onside here. Now, can he finish? Huge goal for the outlook of the whole season. You can see what it means to the Leicester players to concede that late on. All slumped to the ground, and the defender on the far side was who played Calvert-Lewin in there. I don't know whether he knew he was onside in that gap between those two defenders, who were both playing him off, if the other man in the middle hadn't been there. What a relief. Huge relief. It's a mistake from Leicester that hasn't been there all day. They haven't made a single mistake all game until the 90th minute. And it's that one positional mishap from their defence that has led to our equaliser at the death, and will keep our Europa League at least push well and truly alive. Hopefully Arsenal pulled a goal back against Wolves and were able to get a draw there. We'll find out in a moment. Let's have a quick look. Please tell me Arsenal. No, they did pull a goal back, but Wolves scored another one as well. So Wolves will pull away from us. Leicester will stay where they are, and, well, it's 3 points to the both of them now. We're 6 points above Chelsea, so I think we're pretty safe there, and they're 9 points above West Ham. So it's now the top 4. In fact, it looks more like the top 3 at the minute. Spurs' form is starting to waver, and we're only 6 points off 4th now. Is it becoming, rather than top 4 next 4, Is it becoming top 3 next 4 as Chelsea fall away from the second 4 and Spurs fall away from the top 4? That Champions League spot, even though we're not getting closer to the Europa League, we are actually inadvertently getting closer to the Champions League. Show me a need to play you, Alex. I know you have been scoring some good goals today, and maybe I will start you against Fulham, to be fair, because they shouldn't cause us too many issues. I say shouldn't. But, oh, man, if I could have won that game against Leicester, we'd have been above them and a single point behind Wolves. Oh, let's beat Fulham. Before we get as far as Fulham, I'm actually on the match day. We have our first scout reports from our youth scouts. Jesus Ayala doesn't look very good at all, so we'll remove him. Oh, Pablo Rey looks terrible. Jose Cuesta, probably not going to be good enough either. 69 to 94 intrigues me. That definitely intrigues me. 450 grand valuation means that the way valuations work, if you weren't familiar with the youth setup, the higher the valuation, the higher their overall rating. So whilst the span there is 44 to 60, being £450,000 in value means that he's going to be much more towards that 60. Meaning, hopefully, in theory, that 69 to 94 potential range, he's going to be much more towards the end of that. I am intrigued by Arats Gutierrez. We will wait an extra month and further scout him just so we can know a little bit more about him before committing. With regards to the English scouts, 73 to 94 intrigues me. Whilst, yes, his overall initially to start is quite low. He's only 15. I'll give him one more month just to narrow that down a little bit more. I don't think he's going to be any good. 75 to 90. Oh! Hugo Irving! Signed immediately without any hesitation. Hugo Irving looks like he could be an absolute banger. Sebastian Goodman could be decent too. We'll wait one more month before potentially signing him. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have enough money left to sign many more youngsters, to be honest, because I've only got £54,000 left in my budget. But let's have a look at young Hugo. Hugo Irving, 75 to 94 potential, 62 rated already, 3-star, but we can change that with the development plan. 72 agility, 71 sprint speed, 69 acceleration, 70 free kick accuracy, 70 curve, 67 crossing, long passing and short passing are decent as well. Promising youngster there, Hugo Irving. Looking forward to seeing how he develops over the next season or two. Right then, let's go and play Fulham. I am going to move the squad around slightly because we've a game in 3 days' time against Millwall and then a game in 4 days after that against Manchester United. So I'm going to have to manage the squad as best I can. Unfortunately, Alan, weirdly, a couple of days ago, Alan had gone back up to 83. He's now back down to 82 again, annoyingly. Richarlison, though, is up to 83, which is great news. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to start this next game. And I'm actually going to give Andre Gomez the start ahead of Alan. I'm going to throw I'm going to throw Godfrey in ahead of Holgate, and Seamus Coleman can have a start ahead of John Joe Kenny. Outside of that, I think that's where we'll leave it. I want Moise Keane to play against Millwall. I want Michael Keane to play against Millwall. Montiel as well, Tom Davies. Right, that side should still be strong enough to beat what looks like a relatively average Fulham side with a couple of players struggling for fitness as well. Please let me win this one now. Fulham's starting 11 then. Alphonse Areola still in goal for them. Kenny Teta, Robin Lenormand, Michael Hector and Anthony Robinson. Mario Lemina and Barinov with Anthony Knockhart, Tom Kearney, Ola Aina, and then Alexander Mitrovic up top. Mitrovic as dangerous aerially as Marega, but obviously not as fast. And hopefully that will be the deciding factor here. Good run from Tom Kearney. Nice attempted pass. It will actually find Ola Aina via the deflection from Gabamat. Ola Aina with good footwork to work it away from me. And Mitrovic is in and Ola Aina's there, and thankfully the angle closed on him. Otherwise that could have been, perhaps arguably should have been, 1-0 Fulham here in the opening few moments. Good delivery for... Oh, it's poor from Tom Kearney. Was never going to score from there. Knock up. Twisting one way then the other to get away from Digne. And Mitrovic to Tom Kearney. Primarily left-footed Tom Kearney, so trying to show him onto his right. Here's Ola Aina. Nice tackle by Seamus Coleman. Might not be in the starting lineup as often as he used to be or he might like, but certainly still doing the right things. Coleman, Ismail Assar on the overlap. It's a great run. It's a great run. It's a decent... Oh, jeez, Louise. If there hadn't been for the second deflection there, that was going to be a rather awkward own goal for Fulham. On the counter-attack, they might be scoring one of their own. The right end of the field. No, Knockhart's gone back, thankfully. 32 minutes played. This feels very similar to that West Brom game yesterday, where we just couldn't find a way through until the very death. Hopefully, we can get a goal to go in front earlier than the 78th minute today. I really can't afford to drop points with the Champions League potentially getting closer, but still just as many teams there challenging for it. We really can't afford to keep dropping points. Nice touch by Sart. He'll go again and Iwobi will look for him and he should keep that in. He's going to have the pace to do so. Ismail Assar delivers across. Iwobi brings it down. Andre Gomez, trying to shake off all the attentions of all the defenders. Fulham doing well. Jean-Philippe, nice interception. Andre Gomez, nice touch and turn. But can't find a teammate. Everything but a goal. Everything but a goal in this game so far. Zaha. Calvert-Lewin. Zaha's going to go again. I've got support arriving from Andre Gomez here. And Alex Iwobi's made a great run. And he's in. He asked to play. And that's why. Another goal this season for Alex Iwobi. He must be close to a goal per game ratio. He keeps scoring. He's up 3 in rating, I think, this season, Alex Iwobi, to 80. And is proving to be a really reliable source of A, good performances, and B, goals. This one finally breaking the deadlock against the stubborn Fulham backline. And I will have to check. It's his 3rd goal of the Premier League season. He has been playing more often than not in non-Premier League games, obviously, in cup football. I'll have to check his stats at the end of the episode, perhaps, to see what his goal-to-game ratio is. But I feel it's certainly quite good. Is he our in-house James Rodriguez replacement in a season and a half's time? Maybe. Leicester losing to Arsenal by 3-1. Willian grabbing another for Arsenal there. That should mean, because of our goal difference, if we win here... Let me rephrase. When we win here against Fulham... It says as he immediately then panics. When we win here against Fulham, we'll go up above them into 6th place. And I don't know how Wolves are getting on here on this particular match day. Get rid, please, Gabama. Get rid, please, Godfrey. Well done. Mario Lamina, short to Knockout. Again, Digne steps in. So when we win this game, I'm determined that we will. When we win this game, we'll at least be moving up 1 spot in the Premier League. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. I don't know who Wolves have got on this particular match day. Alex Iwobi again offering me the option. Calvert-Lewin holds on to the possession well. And I'll drop the shoulder with Iwobi and look to fire the ball quickly towards goal. But it's well blocked by the defender at source. Digne will get that back though. And Zaha will fire that looking for Calvert-Lewin. Back to Iwobi, who's worked the space well. Was Calvert-Lewin onside there? He was, you know. Ismail Assar back to Calvert-Lewin. And the space on the far side for Zaha was there. But he's fluffed the pass. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, man. He just... kicked ball and floor, I think, there. And unfortunately, Zaha, who was on his own and certainly ready to tuck that in to make it 2-0, doesn't get the opportunity to because the pass doesn't reach him. That would have killed the game off. With only 15 minutes to go, a second goal really would ensure that we do definitely get the victory here. Another goal for Arsenal. Leicester brought it back to 3-2. But, oh, please. Yes, Zaha does get his goal. Ismail Assar with the assist. Arsenal are doing us a favour by beating Leicester. They couldn't do us a favour by beating Wolves, but at least they're doing it in the next game. And we will get victory here against Fulham. Up the Premier League we go. Closer to those European spots. The European dream is very much a possibility. Mario Suarez into Barinov. Picked off by Andre Gomez. It's loose from Fulham. That's why they are where they are in the league. Oh, perfection in terms of timing of run and pass. 3-0. Game over. As if it wasn't already a certainty that we were going to win this game. Calvert-Lewin gets another one to add to his ever-growing list of goals this season. I think that's his 19th. It is 19 goals for the Premier League season so far, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. If he does this well in real life, which it looks like he might well do, Everton stand a great chance of qualifying for the Champions League next season. Well, do we stand a great chance of qualifying for the Champions League this season in this save? Who knows? We do know, though, that, or at least we hope, that Arsenal have beaten Leicester City. They have by 4-2. No news of a Wolves game on this particular match day. What does the league table look like is the question. I was also going to check Alex Iwobi's goal-to-game ratio because he's been doing so well for us. Where are you, Alex? He could genuinely be my replacement. 8 goals, 7 assists in 17 games. In the FA Cup, 3 goals, 2 assists in 2 games. In the Carabao Cup, 2 goals, 1 assist in 3. In the Premier League, not quite so many, but still 7 goal contributions in 12 games. He's definitely not on James' level, who's got 20 goal contributions in 26, 14 of which being assists. But maybe. He's up 4-81 now, literally. In the process of ending the video, he's gone up another rating. Alan, yes, down 1, unfortunately, to 82. So certainly going to have to consider Alan's future at the club. Or at least his position in the starting lineup. Certainly we could maybe sell Fabian Delph and use Alan as my aging backup and squad rotation. But I think next season we will be signing a brand new first team central midfielder. Youth squad report looking good. Still 59, still 62, still 56 for all of those youngsters. But some promising youngsters in there. Very promising youngsters. Right, what does the league table look like? Not sure, because we've got an FA Cup game against Millwall next to start tomorrow's episode. As we try and win ourselves some silverware there. We are up into 5th. Wolves have lost as well. Who did Wolves play? Who did Wolves play at the end of the month of February? Oh my God. Wolves lost to Crystal Palace. So despite drawing with Leicester, we are into 5th on goal difference. All of us on 52 points. And at the top, Spurs have won. Admittedly, the top 3 still have games to play, but they're back within 4 points of the top of the table. We're 6 points outside the Champions League spots with 10 games to go. And we are, for the first time in forever, actually in a European paying position. The European dream is very much alive, lads. Do you think I can make the Champions League? I don't know. I really don't know. With the run-in we have, those last 3 games might be what kill it. But if we can do our absolute best between now and the beginning of May, you never know. Oh, it's going to be an exciting run-in, lads. It's going to be thrilling. Do make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it. Drop me a like on this video again, please, if you could. That'd be absolutely superb as we look to hit 3,000 continually on every single video of this first season. And I'll see you in the next one tomorrow.